Hi, babes! Welcome to our podcast, Brownies.
Obrolan
Manis! Okay, today's topic is something a lot of us deal with.
Yeah, we are talking about academic pressure and burnout among students.
Honestly, I think almost every student has felt this at some point. That feeling of being overwhelmed and exhausted even when you haven't physically done much.
Totally relatable, and I think this topic deserves more than just a quick mention because it's really offers how we live our daily life as students.
Exactly, Nan. So today we are going to really dig into it. What is it? Why it's happened? What feel like? And what we can actually do about it.
Let's dive in.
So, burnout is basically a state of cycle, mental and emotional exhaustion caused by prolonged stress.
For students, this usually comes from things like deadlines, exams, assignments, and the pressure to get good grades.
Rightness, and it's not just feeling tired, it can show up as losing motivation, feeling anxious all the time, or even feeling numb about things you used to enjoy.
I think a lot of people don't realize they are experiencing burnout. They are lazy or not disciplined enough.
Exactly, and that mindset can actually make things worse because inside of resting, people push themselves to even and harder.
It's also worth know that burnout isn't the same as just being stressed for a day or two.
Right. Stress is usually short term, like before an exam, burnout builds up over weeks or months, constant pressure without enough recovery time.
So it's more like a sobered up rather than something that happens time
Overnight, like
overnight.
overnight gitu. Exactly. And why a lot of students don't notice it until they're already deep in it, when even small tests start to feel impossible.
Can you describe what it actually feels like physically or mentally?
Sure. Physically, it can feel like constant fatigue, head a change, and trouble sleeping, or even getting sick more often because your immune system is worn down.
And mentally?
Mentally, it's things like brain fog, where you can focus even on simple tasks, feeling detached from your work, or feeling like nothing you do is good enough no matter how hard you try.
That sounds exciting. Just hearing about it.
Yes, it really is. And the tricky part is it can creep in quickly. You don't always notice it until you're already running to empty.
So, why do you think academic pressure has become such a big issue these days?
One reason is the culture of comparison with social media. Sometimes students constantly see their peers posting achievement, something like internship, or maybe perfect grades.
Right. It's create this feeling that you always have to do more, be more productive, and never fall behind.
Exactly. That's actually connect to toxic productivity, where resting feels like you are being lazy, even though rest is necessary, of course.
Another factor is the workload itself. Some students juggle classes, feel like you are. organization, part-time jobs, and personal life at
And when there's no balance, the body and mind eventually hit a limit. That's when burnout kicks in.
It's also worth mentioning that some academic systems focus heavily on grades and competition, which add even more pressure.
True. When self-worth becomes tied to grades of achievement, any failure feels much bigger, 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 and bigger than it actually is.
I also think final year students face a different kind of pressure, especially with thesis work.
Definitely, definitely. So, exactly, writing a thesis often means working alone for a long period with unclear deadlines and a lot of self-doubt along the way.
And of top of that, there are pressure from family too, like expectation to graduate on time or get a good job right after.
Right. Right, Neil. So it's not just academic pressure from campus, it's layered with personal and family expectation as well.
Um, all of that combined can really wear a person down over time.
There also the financial side for some students, having to work part-time just to cover daily expense while still trying to keep up with classes.
This add whole different layers of stress because it's not just about managing time, it's about managing energy and money. Yeah.
At the same
At the
time,
same.
yeah. Exactly, Neil. So burnout usually isn't caused by just one thing. It's a mix of academic, social too, or financial and emotional pressure all happening together. Sorry. Can I share something? Last semester, I had three major deadlines in the same week. Plus an organization event I was helping organize.
Oh, really? This sounds like a lot.
It was. I remember just staring at my laptop one night, not even able to start typing, even though I know exactly what to write.
That actually sound like a classic burnout moment. Your brain just it's wow.
Exactly. And the scary part is, I kept telling myself to push through instead of stopping to rest.
I think a lot of listeners can probably relate to the feeling where you are physically sitting there, but mentally you are just empathize.
Right. And that's actually why this topic matters. Because it's not rare, it's actually really common among students.
I had something similar happens during exam season. I kept skipping meals and still sleep just to study more, thinking it would help me more perform better.
And did it actually help?
Not really. Usually I did
So
up
ironically,
forgetting this. I had really studied and I felt more actions walking into the exam that if I had just rested properly.
hmm, that's such a common trap. Thinking more horse equal better result when really an exhausted brain doesn't absorb information well anyway.
Exactly. Looking back, I wish I had known that resting isn't the enemy of productivity. It's actually part of. Okay, now what can we actually do about this, but as individuals or
As
community?
community.
Yes.
Okay, first is recognizing the sign is important. Things like constant fatigue, irritability, or losing interest in things you used to enjoy.
Once you notice that, it's okay to take a break. Yes, resting isn't a waste of time if it's actually a part of being productive in the long run.
Setting realistic goals also help. Instead of trying to do everything perfectly, it's okay to prioritize what matters most.
Talking to someone, friends, or family, even counselor, can also make a huge difference. Sometimes just saying it out loud helps reduce pressure.
And on a bigger level, campus or communities can help by creating a culture where it's okay to ask for help instead of glorifying overwork.
Exactly. Normalizing rest and mental health conversation can really change how students experience academic life.
It also helps to break big tests into smaller steps. Sometimes a deadline feels overwhelming just because it's like one huge mountain inside of small, manageable pieces.
That's great, guys. And that's great point.
Wow.
And simply things like getting enough sleep, moving your body, or even stepping outside from a few minutes can reset your mind more than people expect. Yeah.
Another things that helped me personally was learning to say no sometimes, like turning down an extra text when I already had too much on my plate.
That's hard for a lot of people, especially if you are used to saying yes to everything to avoid disappoint others.
True, but protecting your own energy isn't selfish. It's actually necessary if you want to keep going long term.
And I think it helps to remind ourselves that rest isn't something we have to earn by finishing everything first.
Exactly. Rest is basic need, not a reward, yeah, guys.
So, to sum up, academic pressure and burnout are real and they are more common than people think.
People think it's important to remember that taking care of your mental health isn't optional. It's part of doing well in the long run.
It's, if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, know that you are not alone, guys. And it's okay to slow down.
And if ever feels like too much to handle on your own, reaching out to counselor or campus mental health service is a sign of strength, not a weakness.
We hope this conversation help you feel a little less alone if you have been going through something similar.
Well said.
Thanks for listening to this episode with us.
That's it for today's episode.
Take care of yourself and see you.
next time, peeps. Bye
Bye bye.